Africa has long been a continent chock full of unique resources, beautiful land, and equally beautiful culture. The history of Africa is complex, from wealthy kingdoms to destructive colonization and later independence. Throughout this extensive history, there have been several constants, and a few of those constants are gold, diamonds, and precious stones. Many people don't even realize that the richest person of all time, Mansa Musa, reigned over a massive kingdom that began in modern-day Mali. Now, there are dozens of millionaires and billionaires that live in Africa. Today, we're going to take a look at who they are, how they've acquired their fortune, and what exactly they do with all that money. Number 3. Nassef Sawiris, $6.5 billion. Some people are fortunate enough to be born into wealth, and Nassef Sawiris is one of those people. His father, Ansi Sawiris, struggled to become a wealthy businessman. After educating himself in America, Ansi returned to Egypt and founded several successful businesses, including Orascom. Orascom was Egypt's first multinational corporation and is now active in more than 20 countries. Originally, Orascom owned and operated cement plants in Egypt. As cities in Egypt began to blossom more and more, Orascom found themselves growing fast. After getting an education in Chicago, Nassef returned to Egypt and joined Orascom in 1982. His father transferred control of the company over to him, and in 1998, he became the CEO of the massive corporation. Orascom went on to acquire a 50% stake in Besix, one of the world's leading contractors based out of Brussels. But it didn't stop there. Over the years, Orascom acquired a stake in Adidas and Lafarge Holcim. Nassef Sawiris isn't just interested in footwear and manufacturing companies, however. In 2018, he became the chairman of Aston Villa FC. Though he's originally from Egypt and has Egyptian citizenship, most of Nassef's properties are abroad. In 2014, he shattered records in New York City when he purchased a penthouse at 960 Fifth Avenue for $70 million. And my, what a penthouse it is! The luxurious home has 16 rooms, 5 fireplaces, a built-in safe, and a terrace with a 360-degree view of New York City. The home has a private library, 5 bedrooms, and staff quarters to keep the large space extra clean. There's a breakfast nook that overlooks Central Park, giving Nassef a perfect place to settle down and look over the city with his morning coffee. That all being said, it is a bit rough around the edges. When he purchased it, the home was full of 70s touches, including dated paint and worn carpet. However, underneath, the home has stunning pre-war architecture that is much loved, and with his money, he can certainly afford to give it an updated look. In addition to his home in New York, Nassef also owns a big property in London, where he raises his children with his wife. Little is known about this property, but if it's anything like his brother's, then he's got a great place to live. His brother, Naguib, purchased a $37 million flat in Knightsbridge, and his net worth is only a quarter of his brother's. It's safe to say this family is living a pretty amazing life. Number 2. Nicky Oppenheimer, $7.4 billion. Diamond mining in Africa is a bit of a controversial business, but hundreds of people have made their riches off of it. One family in particular has made a massive fortune, the Oppenheimers. Way back in 1888, a diamond mining company called De Beers was founded when diamonds were discovered in South Africa. The mining operation expanded across Africa, eventually controlling 90% of the world's diamond production. Ernest Oppenheimer took control of De Beers and founded Anglo-American Corporation, another mining business that mined for platinum, diamonds, copper, and nickel. Ernest came under a lot of fire for price fixing, antitrust behavior, and not releasing diamonds for the U.S. war effort during World War II. Even with the controversy, the business continued to flourish and was passed down from generation to generation until Nicky Oppenheimer took control. Nicky Oppenheimer served as the chairman of De Beers and its subsidiary, Diamond Trading Company. He was also the former deputy chairman of Anglo-American. And if you put all those things together, well, you've got quite a fortune. In the case of Nicky Oppenheimer, you've got a fortune worth $7.4 billion. In addition to taking part in all those businesses, Nicky Oppenheimer is also the owner of Swallow Kalahari Reserve, the largest private game reserve in South Africa. Before Oppenheimer's operation, there was a hunting side of the park, which which has now been shut down. He also owns Fireblade Aviation, which charters private flights out of South Africa. They offer helicopter rides and host exclusive events for wealthy clients. Number 1. Aliko Dangote, $8.3 billion. The wealthiest person in Africa, Aliko Dangote, has held his title for quite some time. In fact, he comes from a Muslim family that has been wealthy for many generations, and Aliko has only added to that wealth. From a young age, Aliko was interested in business. As a child going to school in Kano, Nigeria, he would buy cartons of sweets after class and resell them to classmates, earning his first dime at a young age. With such a knack for business, Aliko went to university in Cairo and got a BFA in it. Immediately, he returned to Nigeria and got to work. He founded Dangote Group in 1977 in Lagos. At the time, Dangote Group worked as a small trading firm. As the business grew, Dangote expanded to cover food processing, freight transportation, and even cement mixing. One of their biggest businesses, however, is sugar. Dangote Group is the leader of the sugar industry in most of Africa, controlling 70% of the market. They provide the sugar for soft drinks, candy makers, and breweries. What was once a trading company has now become the most recognizable industrial group in Africa. And Dangote is well aware of how much power he and his company have. Eager to help eradicate poverty in his country, Dangote has started moving the country forward by diversifying telecommunications. So far, he's built 14,000 kilometers of fiber optic cables, which have provided construction employment for thousands of people. He aims to keep the majority of his business in Nigeria so he can increase the wealth of his country. And so far, it's working. He's a known philanthropist who has donated $200 million to stop the current pandemic, $1.25 billion to fight poverty and better education and health, and nearly $1 million to stop Ebola. While most billionaires have properties around the globe, Dangote only calls Nigeria home. His main house costs an incredible $30 million, and every inch is dripping in luxury. The living room features a grand staircase with chandeliers, ornate rugs, and custom-made couches. The bedroom has a chandelier as well, along with stunning views of the landscape from wraparound windows. The in-suite bathroom has marble countertops, a jacuzzi tub, and a rainfall shower when he wants to pamper himself. When working from home, Dangote has a private office that has hosted people like Bill Gates and the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan. The kitchen is massive, with state-of-the-art appliances and flares of color that are carried throughout the home. And it makes sense that his kitchen is so large. Dangote has been noted as saying, while life may be created in the bedroom, it's certainly lived in the kitchen. Can't argue with him on that one. In addition to his main living space, the kitchen, there are dozens of sitting rooms to talk politics, watch television, and, well, relax. In addition to his lavish home, Dangote has collected quite a few incredible cars over the course of his career. He owns a Maybach 5S7 Night Luxury, which cost $1 million, joining the club of elite billionaires. He also owns a Bugatti Veyron, which is a $2 million luxury vehicle. Those two cars are his main pride and joy. But there are dozens more cars that cost more than most people make in a year, including his Mercedes-Benz CL65 AMG worth $220,000 and a Bentley Mulsanne worth $310,000. Since Dangote only lives in Nigeria, he has to have a way to get to his meetings around the globe quickly and efficiently. So he owns a Bombardier Global Express XRS private jet worth $45 million. And for reference, the average American person will only make about $1 million in their lifetime. This jet is worth 45 of those lifetimes. Bought as a 53rd birthday gift to himself, he uses the luxurious jet to zip around to meetings in style and return home to his family with ease. Remind me to invite Aliko to my birthday if he's giving out presents like that. So, there you have it, the wealthiest people in Africa. What would you do if you were worth the money of these billionaires? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Oh, and turn on post notifications. As always, I'm Mr. Luxury. Pip pip to doodly-doo.